Hi everyone, my name is Nina Williams-Teramachi, and I'm a teaching artist with Seattle Theater Group, or STG. STG is a nonprofit organization that brings you venues such as the Neptune, the Moore, and the Paramount. It also brings you incredible arts programming education, such as this one you're watching right now. You might have recognized my voice before. This voice right here was the voice of the La Mariposa audiobook at STG. If you have not already checked that out, you definitely should. Especially if you're finishing up this class and want to hear a little bit more of this voice. Also, if you haven't already checked out Mara Palma's video, who is another teaching artist as part of this series, she did a wonderful lesson on the internal world of the character of La Mariposa, which would be incredibly helpful for this lesson right here. But if you haven't already, no worries, you can always check that out at the end. Things you might need for this particular lesson is some comfortable clothes. Whatever you feel comfortable moving around in sounds great. I would also recommend maybe a cool beverage. I currently am drinking some water. Just make sure that you have about maybe an arm's distance away. Just make sure you're not bumping into anything and you feel safe and secure in your own body as you move about this lesson. Okay? Awesome. Let's get started. Before we really get into the meat of this lesson, I want to first make sure that our bodies are nice and warm and ready to move about, all right? So let's go ahead and do a warm-up. I like to separate my warm-ups into two different sections. One is the physical and one is more of a facial vocal warm-up, all right? So first, let's start with our physical. This is something I like to call shakeout. You are welcome to adapt this however you possibly choose to do. And that is absolutely okay. I'm going to do two different modifiers here showing you. I'm going to do one sitting and one standing. For sitting, it will be your right hand, your left hand, your right shoulder, your left shoulder. If you're standing, it'll be right hand, right leg, left leg. We're going to go up from 1 to 5. So we're going to treat this as a cycle, all right? So starting with right, left, left. And every time we complete a cycle, we go down one number. Let's go ahead and do it together. If you haven't figured it out, I'm sure you'll figure it out in the first couple of shakes we do. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Awesome. Good work, you guys. Let's go ahead and move on to our facial / vocal warm-up. This is something I like to call lemon and lion. A lemon, think about when you ingest a lemon. When you take a bite of a slice of lemon, you kind of just like, ooh, it's so sour. So you kind of pucker up and you get as small as you can. We want to take that idea and really bring in your whole face. Imagine you're taking that bite of lemon and you feel your mouth close up first. Maybe it's your nose, maybe all your wrinkles around your face start going in, and also your eyes, your eyebrows, your ears even. Whatever possible thing you have on your face that you can make as small as you can, go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and see that face in 3, 2, 1. Awesome, that looks great. Let's go ahead and add the full body here. So like what you did with your face, you're going to make yourself as small as you possibly can. Maybe if you have your arms out here, maybe you're bringing them in as close as you can, maybe your knees too, if that's something you're able to do. Let's go ahead and see it. In 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And just for fun, let's go ahead and add in a voice. What kind of voice would you make when you eat something so sour? Let's just see what comes out. Combining all those three things together in 3, 2, 1. You see, I didn't know what was going to come out, but I guess that was going to be. And now that we know we're solid with the lemon, let's go ahead and move on to lion. So taking the same idea what we had with the lemon, but then make it the complete opposite and make it as big as you possibly can, okay? Like we did, starting with the face. So if we were going really, really small for the lemon, let's go as big as we can. So that means your eyes, your eyebrows, your nose, your mouth, whatever you can possibly do, make it as big as you can. So let's see what that looks like with just the face in 3, 2, 1. You see, I cheated a little bit. That was very good, by the way. I cheated a little bit because I added in a little bit of voice, all right? But we'll get to that in a second. So let's go ahead and add in the body, all right? Whatever that looks like to you, like you're scaring a bear away in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let's go ahead and add the final piece of the puzzle. So adding in our voice. All three together, let's see what comes out. Being careful of the people who live with you, of course. But in 3, 2, 1, lion! Ah! And awesome. Good work. So now what we're going to do to make sure that we feel as flexible as we can without hurting your bodies, taking care of your own selves, let's go ahead and flip back and forth. Let's go ahead and try it. And lemon, lion, lemon, lion, lemon, lion. And there you go. Okay, so now that we're all nice and warmed up, we got our butterfly wings a-flowing. What we're going to do is we're going to move into our first activity. For this activity, if you haven't already, make sure you have enough room for yourself to comfortably move around, whatever that means for you. This activity is called circus walks. Circus walks does not necessarily mean that you're walking around. Circus walks is an activity that's pretty much like a guided meditation for you as an actor. This is where we start reimagining our environment around us. You know, we've been stuck in our own rooms for the past 8 months or so. This is a wonderful opportunity to bring new context to your living space and really see it with some new eyes and maybe a different character. So you'll be taking my suggestions and you'll be taking that and applying it to your current environment. Kind of like what Mara did in her lesson that, you know, you learned all about given circumstances. If you haven't watched it, spoiler, given circumstances. And these are things that are truths about your situation and your character. This experience can also be enriched by choosing your own character. You can choose to be maybe Francisco, and you can go through this exercise as one of those characters. Francisco, the mom, the dad, maybe even Curtis. And if you add in a backstory, like you learned with Mara's exercise, it will absolutely make this so much cooler. All this is saying yes to the suggestion, saying yes to the truth of your character, and moving forward. And if you go through this once and realize, you know what? I would like to try a different character. Maybe I didn't like being Curtis for this first round. Maybe I want to try my own. You can absolutely do that. And I actually recommend it. After you're done with this video, go back, rewatch it again, try a different one. It's all good. If you did the lesson with Mara, also remember her point about physical anchors and connecting it to details in the story and your body. All right, I think we got everything covered, so let's go ahead and get into the activity. Like we did with the warm-ups, I'm going to show you what it's like standing and sitting. Let's get into it. So we're moving around our space, just on a nice sunny day, on the sidewalk. You can really feel the sun beating down on you. It's quite nice. You haven't had a day like this in a while. So you're moving, and you realize the sun is starting to go away. The overcast starts moving in, and it starts to rain. And unfortunately, you don't have an umbrella with you. It starts to rain, going from a drizzle maybe to a heavy rain. Ooh, it hasn't rained like this in a while. And the rain turns to hail. The hail, you feel like tiny little ice pricks on your skin. The hail starts to get a little bigger. Maybe you want to try and avoid it as much as you can. And the hail turns to strong gusts of wind. The wind, at first, is a welcome. It's a welcome thing, so long as it's not hail. But the strong winds you see are moving trees. They're starting to sway. You see signs start to blow over, things moving past you, things blowing past. You're starting to lose your balance a little bit. Better steady yourself. And suddenly, the sun comes out and the wind stops. Huh, how strange. So you continue to move on the sidewalk. You're moving down, the sun is out, it's still such a beautiful day, albeit all those things that just happened to you. And you notice that the sidewalk has turned to sand. Maybe you feel the sand on your toes. You're at the beach. Huh. How does that affect the way you move? Do you feel it maybe slowing you down? Maybe it's becoming more laborious to move. Maybe the sun gets hotter.
You can really feel it on that sand. The hot, hot sun. And you get to the beach, the water. And you wade through the water. That cools down your body that has been beaten down by the sun. So you make your way into the water. You're wading through about maybe knee high now. This is quite nice. And maybe you go a little deeper, since it feels so nice. And you go up maybe waist high. How does that affect the way you walk, you move? Maybe it makes things a little slower again, but how is it different from when you were moving on the sand? Maybe it gets a little higher. Maybe it's up to your neck. Maybe I went too far. And you close your eyes, and you open them again, and suddenly the water has gone away. You're just moving along on the sidewalk again on a nice sunny day. Just moving, you're moving, and you find a frozen pond. You know, it looks safe enough. How about we go and explore it? So we make our way on top of the frozen pond. And on this frozen pond, we're trying to be careful here. We try and inch on it. And to center ourselves, we close our eyes and open them. And once again, we're on the sidewalk, moving about our day on a nice, nice sunny day. Oh, wait. Oh, that's not good. I completely forgot that we have to go to school. So we make our way to school. Uh-oh, you're late. Better get there as soon as you possibly can. You make your way into school, and you're here in a new classroom, and you don't know anyone here. Oh, wait. There's one person you know. Your friend. Hey, say hi to your friend. Walk to the window and see the jar with a caterpillar. Are you excited? Are you mesmerized? You go back to your desk and realize you don't know what the teacher is saying, and no one is trying to help you. How does it make you feel? You start to fall asleep in class. What else is there to do when you don't understand what's being said? And you enter the dream world. And you're transported. You're flying. And you see your dad working the fields. Hi, Dad. You're still dreaming, and you feel yourself turning into a caterpillar. How does a caterpillar move? Are there any tasty leaves nearby? You find a nice cozy spot to start making your transformation into a cocoon. Freeze. You're in your cocoon, and soon you'll emerge as a beautiful butterfly. You start slowly making your way out of the cocoon. Oh, it was dark in there, and it's so bright outside. Take care of your eyes. And you finally get to spread your wings. Stretch them as wide as they can go. And finally, you fly off as a beautiful butterfly. And release.
Great work on the last activity. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So this next one is called The Gift, very much inspired from the ending of La Mariposa, which is my favorite part of the book. Spoiler, Francisco takes his prize-winning butterfly drawing and gives it to Curtis, who had been bullying him and, very vocally sharing their differences throughout the entire book. And this drawing meant so much to Francisco, but he decided to give it to Curtis. And this is such a beautiful moment of forgiveness and unity. We all need a lot of that. So for this activity, we can do it two different ways. One, you can do it by yourself, or you can do it with a partner. If you're doing this by yourself, no worries. I get to be your scene partner, and we'll have the best time. Let's go ahead and explain the partner section, because you get to do that on your own. So for the partner section, you decide who is A and who is B. A will be the one who gives the gift. B will be the person who receives the gift. Person A's responsibility as the giver will be to decide what they're giving. So whatever gift that might be. And also to figure out the size of that particular gift. It can be whatever scale and put it in whatever kind of box. And to give it to person B. Person B receives that gift at whatever size that box may be, and to really just say yes, to really go with whatever this other person has said is the truth. Kind of similar to what we did in the last activity with someone giving a suggestion and you running with it. So person B receives the gift and they react to it. So they receive the gift, they open it up, they see what it is after A has told them what the gift is. You hold it up, or whatever it happens to be, and maybe if it's a piece of clothing, you put it on, or if it's a toy, you interact with the toy. Whatever it happens to be, have a little scene to yourself. And then say thank you, put it back in the box, give person A their gift. So we switch. Got it? For our solo folks here, let's go ahead and do an example. Let's say that you are giving the gift. For this particular gift, how about let's call it a green jacket to stay thematic to La Mariposa. Go ahead, give me the gift. Okay. Awesome. Oh my goodness, well thank you so much. What a big box for this. All right, let's open it up, all right? Take the top off here, let's dig inside. Oh, you got some wrapping paper on there. Okay, cool, love it. And oh, goodness, the green jacket. That's amazing. You know what? I'm going to try it on right now. Okay, here, I'll just put it on. Oh my goodness, this is just the right size. It's amazing. Oh, this will look so cool in the winter months and when it rains. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate this. And I have just the thing for you. 1 second. Okay, be careful with this one. It's a little fragile. Okay, ready? And there you go. You'll never guess what it is. It's a glass jar that held the butterfly. You know, a cute little memento. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Oh, well, thank you. And scene. Very good work. And that's all there really is to it. Go ahead and try it again. Maybe you rewatch that little clip again and find a partner and try out the partner activity with this. Be sure to go back through this video and replay the sections that you feel like you wanted to do another reaction to or another try at. Whether that be the circus walks or do the gift exercise again. Otherwise, I want you to make sure that you think to yourself one good thing that happened during this lesson that you did yourself. So take a moment to say that to yourself. And maybe share it along to an adult or someone else in the room. Keep doing these activities as much as you want, and be sure to celebrate yourself. We'll see you next time.